Hello, this is Eric from Brandjectory. In this demonstration video, I'll be showing you how to edit your user profile as an investor. It's important to have things in your user profile that you'd like other parties to see so that they can contact you when appropriate and be well informed as to what your interest areas are. You'll notice as an investor, you can access your profile by going to the Edit My Profile tab, accessible through the top right in the gearbox. You'll see there's 3 pages of profile information that investors need to add. Information about the company, personal information about the user, and investment criteria. You'll also note that there's a red asterisk that indicates where information is required. Lastly, you'll notice that each one of these has privacy settings where you can select what sort of users are going to be able to see your information for this field so that you can be as public or private about things as you want. For example, you can have all users be able to see something, only those you're connected with in the system, those who you are following in the system, or only you see this setting or this information. So for example, my company, Early Horizon Group, I've set everyone to be able to see the name of my company. I'll take a second to fill out more information. I've now filled out all the information and specified that I want my company name and my website to be accessible online to everybody, but only connections can see my other information. The last things I'll need to do on my company page is load a logo and a billboard image. You'll notice that there are some specific criteria for the size of the files in order to make them look nice on the page. Please take a close look at those requirements, and you can even click here for more information to find out how you can figure out if the images you have will work in the system. Once you have the appropriate images, the next step is to simply click on the Choose File and select your logo page. And select your banner image. And in my banner image case, I'm going to need to crop it. So I'll pick my favorite part of the skyline here. Put that in. After each page of information you put in, be sure to click the Save button so that all of your saves take. After I've inputted my company information, I can also choose to load portfolio companies by clicking below. For portfolio companies, we'll simply put in their name and a logo, and then they'll show up in my profile as well. After adding my information about my portfolio company, don't forget to click Save again. Next, I'll go to my personal information page. Here's where I'll put in information about myself in a similar fashion to how I did the last page. You'll see I've now added my personal information in, and in this case I decided I'd have my first name be public and my user image, my user photo, or my avatar to also be public. Again, don't forget to save after you've inputted your information. The last form I'll need to fill out is my investment criteria. You'll see here a series of questions related to what sort of investments you like to make and what sort of company size, EBITDA, revenue, etc. Go ahead and fill that out, selecting the drop-downs or the check boxes as you see appropriate. In my case, I've elected that I will invest at the 200 to 600K level in companies that are 1 to 5 million in revenue. I don't require an EBITDA minimum, I'll consider equity or convertible notes. I'm looking at seed, early stage, or Series A investment rounds, food and non-alcoholic beverages, and I like to take a non-lead position. Remember, you can make any of this public or private or somewhere in between based on the privacy settings you select. In this case, I'll choose to make my investment range available to anyone, but my other information only available to connections. Don't forget to save this as well. At this point, we've entered all the information for the investor profile. You'll see a yellow or a red box here explaining that the profile is not yet live. We are only in editing preview mode, and we need to click here to go live. In the next video, we'll talk about how you go live via this function.